Hello, everyone. I have to be completely honest. I wasn't expecting this. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't love this school or that I don't think it's an honor to be speaking in graduation. It's just that I hardly know where to begin. I've been going here since I started preschool, and up until 2 years ago, I honestly never thought it would end. And now, before I leave, I have to try and summarize my entire experience into one 5 to 10 minute speech. Crazy. So how should I begin to describe my Clearwater Academy experience? I could measure it in statistics. Over the years, I participated in 15 color wars, 14 holiday shows, about an equal number of graduations. I've also gone on approximately 150 field trips, completed close to 1,600 check sheets, logged about 15,000 hours in the classroom, and spent about 3,000 hours either on the gym or on the football field. Yeah. I could measure my experience in pain. This would include the entire subject of math and the time I tried snowboarding and ended up face planting into icy snow going full speed. I could measure my experience in fun. Who could forget the Tennessee trip where I was inducted in the Elwood family as tugboat? Yeah! Oh, my bad. Sorry. Or the incredible rush of whitewater rafting and extreme mountain biking. I already mentioned the ski trip where I had my butt handed to me on the slopes. That is until I gave up snowboarding and just started skiing. I could measure my experience in the teachers who have helped me. Tom's love for science and Dennis's passion for history have really rubbed off on me, and I can honestly say that now I love to learn. And of course, it would be impossible to measure my experience here without mentioning football, something that has been a huge part of my life for the last 4 years. I know you've heard a lot about this subject, but we tend to focus on the bigger moments, the highlights, like the championships, and last year's undefeated season. But there's something that I'll never forget. Last summer, we had this brutal practice. We were at the beach doing these relay sprints. The heat and humidity were already bad enough, but on top of that, we had to run on sand carrying heavy weights. If there were a hell on earth, it was in those 30 minutes of drilling. I honestly thought I would die. I could barely move my arms, and for the next few days, it hurt to move them. I'm not going to say that this practice made me want to quit football, but it definitely made me wonder why I was doing this. Football practice is grueling. I mean, most people can't stand the Florida sun, let alone pulling sleds and doing up-downs and endless sprints. And the honest truth is, for anyone who doesn't play the game, what we do in practice seems insane. So why do we do all this? You see, there's a connection here. I know it's hard to avoid the whole sports is a metaphor for life thing, but it's true. For most of school, it just seems like you're doing all of these random activities, and 90% of the time, you don't even know why you're doing it or what it has to do with life. Like, how many times did I wonder why I had to do fractions or learn grammar? We put ourselves through this brutal punishment, not because we love to sweat and feel pain, not because we love to reduce fractions or conjugate verbs. We do it so that we can put it all out there on the field, not just the football field, but out into life. For each of us, the journey has been different. Now that I've come out the other side, I realize that all of these random parts of my life have come together to form a complete picture. You see, I'm not just the product of everything I've experienced here. I'm so much more. All of these random experiences have given me the discipline, toughness, and responsibility level I'll need to succeed. Before I leave this stage, I have so many people to acknowledge, and if I gave them all the thanks they deserve, we would be here all night. I want to thank all of the teachers who have made such a difference in my studies. Sarah, I want to thank you especially, not only for making me feel so welcome in your family, but for helping me survive my last year of high school. Thank you to the entire Clearwater Academy staff for making this such a warm and inviting environment. Thank you to all my friends for making this such a fun adventure. And to all my coaches for teaching me everything I know about football. You've given me the best 4 years of my life. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family for their unconditional love and support. You've been there for everything, and I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. Mom, Dad, I know I wasn't the easiest kid to raise. I could never begin to thank you for everything you've done for me. I can honestly hope that I will be the kind of, I hope that I will be the kind of parents that you've been to me. I love you guys. Thank you.